Hey boys, welcome back to some more Insane Reacts where we're going to be reacting to the top 10 plays from the 2023 preseason week 2, the final week of the preseason challenge. If you can see this video, then it's Christmas Day. If not, then so be it. So the reason I'm saying that is because I made a couple other videos. I reacted to a couple of I was going to react to all the actual highlights for each game of the trials in that week 2. But I made the videos. I went to upload one of them, and unfortunately, it wasn't just like claimed by NRL, which the other couple of videos I uploaded from the same channel as well, which is strange. It's not like it went under the radar because they claimed the video like I couldn't make money on it, but that's fine. It's a little annoying, but it's fine. They're more for fun, these videos. But it specifically said like you're allowed to upload the content, but then for the actual highlights for the games, it blocked. It would have blocked the video worldwide, so obviously I couldn't upload it. So we'll try with this. It's the top 10 plays. So let's get straight into it. It was a great, honestly, I thoroughly enjoyed the preseason trials. Honestly, it was good fun. And we're going to start out, oh man, we're starting out with an absolute beauty. Oh man, Tristan Sailor, Jordan Pereira, oh man, funnily enough, he almost bombed it, but he somehow managed to make it even more spectacular. Right on the chest, he spills it, but then he's able to recover and just sneak it down in the nick of time. I mean, the Bronx, before we go too much further, as most people know, I'm a Bronx fan. I'm a diehard fan. They've been very disappointing, and with any sport, I never like to get too optimistic, too confident, because it just leads to disappointment. But it's hard not to look at this Broncos team and get excited, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. They did it at the start of last year, or pretty much, 3/4 of the way through, but they just fell away badly for whatever reason. So hopefully just a nice consistent season, You don't have to be top 4, just nestle in the top 6. I'd be happy with that. But this is beautiful. Corey Jensen as well, I think, gets the offload away here. He was very good in the trials if that was Jensen, but obviously I'm not going to talk too much about the signings, but obviously Flegler and Herbie Farnworth just recently signing with the Dolphins for next year. The Herbie one hurts a lot. The Flegler one, not as bad, because the Broncos are always going to have some good forward depth. But this is, man, Tristan Sailor, I mean, he is a talent. That's as good as you'll ever see the kick. Like, that was completely deliberate. That's one of the tries of the season. It's just an absolute beauty. Pereira, if he bombed that, I was gonna lose it, but he made it even more impressive with the put down. But yeah, getting back to Sailor, I mean, he's not going to get a crack at the Broncos unless there's injuries, but man, I hope he can just stay, like, off-field incidents, just put it behind him, because I am sure if he just head down, trains hard, he will get a crack at another club. Maybe the Broncos, but I would say another club could definitely use someone like a Tristan Sailor. He's got it for sure. As the Dolphins with a rare highlight, unfortunately, and it's who was that again? I honestly can't remember the name. He scored in the first week as well. Q Cup player. I forgot the name. I'm sure people will put it in the comment section, but a rare highlight for the Dolphins. They were poor. They were very poor in that second trial, which was disappointing. A lot of their big names did not step up. As this is good work again. A bit of a rare highlight for the doggies, and it was so fitting, wasn't it? I think it's big Gerald Skelton down the wing here with a nice little bit of touch back on the inside. Josh Reynolds, was he offside? He might have been, but it had to happen, right? It had to happen. But I mean, look at the crowds for the trials, dude. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, NRL, they definitely done some bad decisions, I feel like, with rule changes and other stuff like that. But I mean, the game is strong. Like the crowds, the ratings, it's in a strong place. They just need to fucking stop trying to ruin it. As number 7 here, who we got? The World Club Challenge itself, Panthers St. Helens. What are we? I mean, okay, so this is a try saver. Absolute beauty there. Wellesby at fullback. He had to play basically. Yeah, he played in the halves at the World Cup, didn't he? Because that Lewis Dodd, he must have been out injured for the whole of the cup, and I think someone else was as well. So Wellesby played in the halves and looked really good. I would like to see Wellesby get a crack in the NRL because, you know, obviously there's a lot of talent in the Super League. Whether or not they can make it in the NRL is up for debate, but I feel like he is a guy that could make it. He's shown enough. I feel like it'd be cool to see some of these other good England players come over and test their arm, but we'll see what happens. But we've got, I mean, it was also, I mean, what a win for St. Helens. It felt good. I mean, obviously it's not a Super League team winning, you know, you get all the England people cock a hoot, but to beat the Panthers, I mean, I'll take it, dude, because it would have been an absolute nightmare if Panthers won that. You just know, and it's not the Panthers players, it's their fans are such fucking weirdos, dude. But number 6, who have we got here? Great little chip back on the inside. The Knights were very disappointing as well. Is this Atkinson? Yeah, I think that's young Atkinson, who obviously went into fullback in the second half. I mean, he's a talent as well. Obviously, he's probably. I still think Kennedy is a pretty decent. I think Kennedy's pretty damn good, but that Atkinson is gonna give him a bit of a run for his money because he looked really good. He looked good in the World Cup. So they've got a good little depth player there in Atkinson who can. I think he can play in the halves as well. Probably. I mean, I think he played in the centres of the World Cup, didn't he? As the Raiders v the Tigers here. So the Raiders were also very disappointing in this one. The Tigers were pretty good, I gotta say. A lot of good signs coming from them. The Raiders. I mean, again, it's trials. I'm not reading too much into the trials, honestly, but. The Raiders were bad. Like, they had a pretty strong team, and they just, I don't know, they just looked really flat. But Denny Levi, it was a great start. That's right. This happened in, like, the opening minute. Denny Levi out dummy half. Jamal Fogarty offload away. Tamuka, great ball across. Kotrick, he does love a kick back on the inside. And that man, Denny Levi, scoring on debut. It was a great start. I think it was like in the first 5 minutes, the Raiders looked really slick, and then that was pretty much it. That was pretty much all the highlights for the Raiders in that one opening play. But yeah, I mean, I think Levi is going to add a bit to that team. I think Starling is still their best dummy half, but you know, Levi I think is better than Wolford. He can add a little bit extra for that. I don't know. However, Ricky wants to use them 40 minutes apiece, maybe. As Moses flick pass. Who's that? Penasini. Is that Penasini playing in the 3? Back to Gutherson is a bit of a. I mean, this one's a bit lucky. This one's got to be said, but you know, that's a Gutherson try right there. You know, as much as he is annoying, but you know, he puts 100% into his play, and he's always amongst the footy. Jermaine Hopgood trying to get the touch there was exceptional as well. I mean, he's going to be a great buy from the Panthers. I mean, he showed in the first couple. He played huge minutes, a huge work rate. I think it's what the Eels have needed for a while because Nathan Brown obviously was really good a couple of years ago, but he's fallen away. I don't really know what happened to Nathan Brown, if I'm being honest. Out of favour with the club, out of form. I mean, obviously injuries thrown amongst there. They've used Ryan Madison at lock as well, but he's... I don't know, Madison is... I feel like he's rocks or diamonds, but, you know, someone like a Hopgood who can just get through his work and put in, I feel like that they could... It's going to be a great signing, and yeah, bit of a lucky try, but good nonetheless. As the Dolphins here with Bostock, it's a good try. Milford. So all reports, Milford is not going to get the spot in round 1, which I mean, if I'm being honest, like I've been a Milf supporter for a long time. And I feel like he's been harshly criticised for his whole career. But honestly, his form just, yeah, it hasn't been good enough to open the year. Isaiah Katoa, I mean, at the end of the day, like, might as well give the young guy a crack. There is enough experience in the pack. You got Sean O'Sullivan, who he's played with. There's experience in the outside backs. Like, it's probably a good time to actually give the youngster a crack. If Milford's not quite up to it, give the young star a go. So, you know, it wasn't. I mean, Bostock does a great job here. Good young talent, Bostock. He definitely has some errors in his game. I don't know. I wouldn't give him his defense is pretty weak at times in this one. I wouldn't be starting with him in round 1. I know a lot of predicted teams have him on the wing. I don't know why he would be, but maybe. But yeah, defensively not the strongest. As number 2, he got the Reece Walsh kick. I mean, he was striking him nicely. Oh, this is oh my god. So this is from. So this whole time, I thought this was week 2 of the trials, but I honestly, while I was going through this video, there were moments where I was like, this wasn't from week 2, was it? So yeah, this is just top 10 plays from the preseason, because obviously, yeah, Reece Walsh didn't play in the second trial. He only played in the first. So this whole time, I thought it was a week 2. And that's why I was very confused with a couple of the clips. I'm like, did this happen in the second week? What the hell's going on? But yeah, Reece Walsh in the first week of the trials, his kicking was just out of this world. I mean, look, that's incredible. This is a great kick. I mean, if Adam Reynolds, like, obviously Reynolds is going to miss some footy through the season. I honestly cannot wait for Reece Walsh to get back in the Brisbane jersey. I think with this team, Reece Walsh can really shine. Hopefully Reynolds can stay on the pitch for a while, because I think their combo could look really good. But with the goal kicking to boot, it's a really nice little addition. As number 1, fair enough, Dodd here slots it. Winning the World Club Challenge, Panthers shattered. You love to see it. Yeah, you love to see it. And it's just, I mean, honestly, watching this St. Helens team go round was very exciting, because, I mean, very, very enjoyable, because, you know, you had a lot of old Will Hopwade, big Connie Hurrell. I mean, Curtis Sirenen Curtis Sirenen, I honestly couldn't believe that he left when he did at the Sea Eagles, because I felt like he was in career best form. His injuries, like, were starting to go behind him. Like, he'd obviously come through a lot with injuries, but he put a couple of really good seasons back to back. And then he went to the Super League, but oh man, if he's one guy I think should come back, and I think some NRL clubs should definitely be trying to get Curtis Sirenen back to the NRL, because he is, I think he's one of the better back rowers in the game, if I'm being honest. But it was great to see a lot of the old boys from the NRL just taking it to the Panthers. It was exciting stuff. It was wet weather, difficult conditions. It was a real quality game of footy. It was tough. Obviously, attacking wise, it was a bit bogged down just with the weather and whatnot. Probably in the Saints' favour, but I mean that's footy. That's footy. And it was great to see. So hopefully, guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully, it goes up and you can watch it. But if you do, make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.